Hello ladies and gents, welcome back. In this video I'm gonna share you my thoughts about Miami Open, this year's second Masters tournament. It's also the second leg of the Sunshine Double, and Andre Agassi and Novak Djokovic are those two players that have won this tournament most times. They have won 6 times each, and this year I'm gonna do a top 40s because it's gonna be an unpredictable. It's a very open draw without Novak Djokovic, without Nadal. They're lacking some consistency of quality that these guys have, but the rest of the field that don't have to be ashamed. They are tremendous, great players. We have 64 players. The top 32 seeds, I think, get them by in the first round. So most of these seeds, none of the seeds plays in the first round. They are entering the tournament in the second round, exactly like Indian Wells. And last year we saw Hubert Hurkacz lift the trophy against Jannik Sinner in the final. Sinner beat RBA in the semi-final, and Hurkacz beat Rublev in the other semi-final, if I'm not mistaken. Medvedev crashed out in the quarterfinals against RBA. Tsitsipas crashed out against Hurkacz in the quarterfinals, and Zverev crashed out in the second round against the Finnish guy Rusorvi. And we're gonna see some upset. I'm gonna have a little bit more upsets alerts on my list than candidates that I usually have. So I'm gonna just dig into this draw and start. First, I'm gonna start with my number 4 spot. And that means that this guy is gonna reach the semifinals. Who is this guy? I was thinking about one of these two guys. It's either Felix Auger-Aliassime or Alcaraz. They've met once, and that was at the US Open last year. I think it was a quarterfinal, and Felix won that battle. Alcaraz has looking huge lately. You saw what he achieved at Miami, at Indian Wells, when he almost defeated Rafael Nadal in that semi-final. He has taken some huge steps. He's really a guy that really has everything except a little bit more consistency and a great serve. But can he handle Felix Auger-Aliassime's firepower? He has a great first serve. He has a great forehand. He has a great all-round game. And both of these guys are the future of tennis, like I said in many of my videos before. But who's going to win this battle? This is going to be very sticky to decide. But I'm going to go for Alcaraz after all, because he's in better shape. Can he play consistent 2 tournaments in a row? We'll see. We have seen Felix do that. And I have Felix also as an upset alert because I think that he's going to lose to Alcaraz in the 4th round. Alcaraz, I think, is going to meet either Giron or Fuskovic in his second round match. And then after that, he's going to take on Cilic in this 3rd round match. And then I think that Alcaraz is going to take out Stefanos Tsitsipas in the 4th round. And in the quarterfinals, I think that he's going to take out Felix Auger-Aliassime. Both of these guys has okay draw, but I think that Felix draw is a little bit more difficult. He has Kecmanovic in the 2nd round, Korda in the 3rd round, Fritz in the 4th round, and Alcaraz in his quarterfinals. That are top contenders in this field. Not title contenders, but great players that can cause upsets. So I think that Felix can reach the semifinal, but I think that he's going to crash out against Alcaraz. All right, on my number 3rd spot, I have the Italian guy, Mateo Maritini. Why on earth did I pick him? Because I didn't have high hopes for him at the Indian Wells Masters, and I was right. But I think in this tournament, he's going to be a little bit more, he's more shaped than up. He has, these Miami fast courts are a little bit faster than the Indian Wells, so he will get rewarded from his first serve, and he's gonna penetrate that forehand that we always see that he does. But he has to improve his returns and backhand side. But his backhand side is not that bad. It's not terrible, but it needs to work if he's gonna win this tournament. But I think they was gonna reach the semifinals because he has Dusan Lajovic in his second round. maybe Francis Tiafoe in the third round. Then his first test in the fourth round is Gael Monfils, and then in the quarterfinal he will face either the semifinalists from last year, Rublev or Nick Kyrgios. I think they're gonna meet each other in the second round. So I think that one of those guys is gonna reach the quarterfinals. And why do I think that Berrettini will win against Rublev in the quarterfinals? I don't know. The head-to-head is 3-2 in Berrettini's favor. Rublev liked this tournament. His winning streak was ended against Fritz in the semifinal at Indian Wells. I've seen him play consistent in these smaller tournaments, but in Masters tournaments he's not that consistent. That what I've seen. So I think that he can reach the final absolutely. But I do think that Berrettini's serve is his biggest weapon together with his forehand, and I think that if he comes up with a great game plan, I think that he can take out Rublev. But if they meet in the quarterfinal, it's going to be very even also. Rublev can reach the semifinals also. He has Kyrgios in the second round, and then he have to face either Fognini or Monari in the third round, and then you have Jannik Sinner in the fourth round before the quarterfinals. So Rublev's way to the quarterfinals are not that difficult. I think that his biggest test is in Jannik Sinner, the defending finalist from last year. He had to withdraw from Indian Wells, so I don't know his status yet. If he's gonna play or withdraw, I don't know. But I don't think that he's gonna make that deep like he did last year, in my opinion. But it's sports. We all know that everything can happen, and with these players that are not that consistent that we have seen, like Rafael Nadal and Djokovic, it's very unpredictable. It's an open wide draw. I think that all of the top 8 players top 10 players in the world that are playing can win this tournament actually. All right, as my runner-up spot, I had to choose the guy that crashed out last year in the second round. Why? Why do I believe so much in Zverev? I believe that he's gonna. I had him as my number 2 spot in Indian Wells, and I was disappointed he crashed out earlier in that tournament. But in this tournament, I think that he has a little bit better chance. He has Verdasco in his second round, Dimitrov in the third round, and either Schwartzman or Kokkinakis in the fourth round. And the guy that he has beaten in all of their 3 meetings, and that is Cameron Norrie, who is a great player. He's actually going under radar. He's either gonna face Draper or Gilles Simon in the second round. And then you have Isner in the third round. That can be an upset, of course. Why not? And then Bublik or Ruud in the fourth round before he's gonna face Zverev in the quarterfinals. So I'm not sure about that matchup either. I think that Norrie can take him out absolutely, but I think that Sasha's mental weakness, not that he's a super weak mentally, but I think that he has some issues with himself. He's not in 100% shape, but I think that he's gonna take his act together, because when he plays great tennis, when he's himself, that first serve, that second serve, that backhand down the line, that cross-court forehand, that pace that it creates and generates from his racket, and that movement for a tall guy. Alexander Zverev won plenty of Masters titles, but he lacks of a Grand Slam, of course. He has never beaten a top 10 in a Grand Slam. So I think that Alexander Zverev have a decent chance, actually, due to the draw, of course. It's not like he's the second best player in the field, if you look at the form and shape and what they have achieved lately. But I held him this high because of the quality that he has. And I think that he's going to take out this quality. The only thing that can be a disturb for him is his second serve, of course. He's that he can easily lose focus. He can disappear from matches, and that's why he has not won a Grand Slam, because he can't keep that focus and level for 7 matches that you need to win a Grand Slam. He has done it for 6.5 matches. We all know what happened in that US Open final against Dominic Thiem. He was serving for the match. He had 2 sets. He was 2 sets up, but couldn't convert it, and that's why I don't trust him in Grand Slam so much, but in Masters, I know that he can perform. I know that they have a chance. There are not that difficult guys in his way to the final, in my opinion. I think that it's not an open highway, but still he has some tests on his way. But I think that he can reach the final without a problem. All right. And that means he has to. I'm going to go into the semifinals also. And my winner in this tournament, I think that is the Russian bear, the Russian hard hitting ball machine, the wall of Russia. You can call him many names. Daniil Medvedev is one of the most solid, most consistent guys on tour. We saw it in the Wells that when he crashed out, that I said in my video, I'm not gonna taking this guy into my top 8 list, but he has Murray or in the second round, I think, and then he has to either play against Struff or Garin in the third round, and then he has his first big test, and that is against RBA. RBA has beaten him 3 times. He beat him here last year in the quarterfinals. That is not a great matchup for Daniil Medvedev. And in the quarterfinal, he can take on either Hubert Hurkacz or Denis Shapovalov. Shapovalov, I don't know if I can trust him. I have never trusted him actually, but I see the quality that he has. And the winner from last year, he can absolutely take him and himself and his racket to the quarterfinals. I will not be surprised if Hurkacz do that. He played actually great at Miami. But can he continue to play good at Miami? We'll see. Medvedev haven't looked super solid, haven't looked super sharp lately. I don't know if that Australian Open loss affects him. I don't know. But he lost to Nadal at Acapulco also. And then he crashed out at Indian Wells. I forgot who he played against there, but I was not super impressed by his performance there. And I had a clue that he was not going to reach deep in this tournament. But I think now he has taken some new, fresh, reloaded his battery. And I think that he's going to win this tournament. Because the consistency and the depth from his ground strokes, the quality, and his first serves and returns are talking in favor for him, and that's why I think he's going to lift the trophy. All right, a couple of upsets alerts. Nick Hughes versus Rublev in the second round, of course. And then I have, if Rublev survives that second round match, I think that he can also cause an upset by beating Berrettini in the quarterfinals. I have the fresh winner from Indian Wells, Taylor Fritz. I think that he can take out Felix Auger-Aliassime in the fourth round. But I think that Felix is the stronger dude, but I will not be surprised if Felix crashes out. And then we have a quarterfinal between Alcaraz and Fritz, and that can also end either way. And then we have another upset alert. Of course, I have to take the young Greek, even though he's not that young anymore. Stefanos Tsitsipas, he can take out Alcaraz in the fourth round due to his quality, but I don't trust his backhand. I don't trust his return. He hasn't impressed me lately either, so that's why I think playing in better shape like Alcaraz is going to take him out. But that can happen. Who knows? And then I have another upset alert, and that is Roberto Bautista Agut. I don't know his form status, etc. But if you defeat Medvedev 3 times in 3 meetings, you are a player to count on. You are not totally lost. And he can absolutely take him out. And then we have either Jon Isner, he can take out Cameron Norrie in the third round, and one of Shapovalov and Hurkacz can take out Medvedev also if they reach the quarterfinals. That are my upsets alerts. And Rublev, like I mentioned, if he can take out Kyrgios, he can maybe take out Berrettini also. So the semifinals, Berrettini versus Medvedev, favor for Medvedev here. I think that Medvedev is gonna take him out, and Zverev is gonna take Medvedev. Zverev is gonna beat Berrettini in the semifinal, and in the second semifinal, I think that Medvedev will gonna end Felix Auger-Aliassime's journey there. All right. Sorry guys, I mixed up the draw again. Of course, it's Alcaraz. Alcaraz is gonna lose against Medvedev in the semifinal. So my quarterfinals are Aliassime against Alcaraz, Medvedev against Hurkacz, Berrettini against Rublev or Kyrgios, and Zverev against Cameron Norrie. And in the semifinal, Zverev will gonna defeat Berrettini, and Medvedev is gonna defeat Carlos Alcaraz. All right, folks, that was all for today. Thank you for watching this video. Take care and bye bye.